Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, your home for all content Marvel Mystic Mayhem. Today's video is going to be about the update notes that we just got for the patch that hits tomorrow that puts Fantastic Four and the Fantastic Four events into the game. This company, NetEase, is not really descriptive and detailed with their update notes, so I want to sort of read them to you, but also provide a little bit of additional insight and maybe context around what I think is going to be happening. And so hopefully you find that a little bit useful. Let's just hop right into it. Okay, Fantastic Four themed event begins. So tomorrow, Invisible Woman and Human Torch will be coming. This is basically going to be a banner. So that to me means that the Invisible Woman is going to be 3-star and that Human Torch is going to be 2-star. They do mention that there's going to be an additional story, which when you complete, you'll get the Human Torch for free, which I love to see. I'm a little bit disappointed that this means probably that they're going to have a banner for Invisible Woman. They're also going to have an additional banner for Mr. Fantastic. Without updates to how many keys we're getting, basically doing these events, I'm not sure how viable it is to keep pushing out characters like this. I understand they want to get it out with the movie, but this is maybe a little too much too fast, especially without updates to the key economy. But that's that rant and some simulation stuff is for a different video, let's say. They're also going to roll out a circuit challenge. So what I think this is going to be is something like Bifrost Brawl, where you basically are going to have an event up here. And, you know, my guess is that it's also going to have just a reward track similar to this. So it's probably going to have maybe some gems, maybe one key, and some other resources, and then that's sort of it. But it's going to be Fantastic Four themed, I guess. I should also say that, all right, it makes sense that Invisible Woman is going to then replace Captain America here for the Dreamweaver banner, but previous posts mentioned that she's going to be available from 7/17, so tomorrow, until August 7th. And that means to me that her banner is going to be around for an additional week. So I'm not sure if that's actually the case or if it was sort of a mistake on the graphic that they released to everybody, and then it's going to be a normal 2-week banner. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. So, and then a week from today, or tomorrow rather, Mr. Fantastic will be replacing Spider-Man as the rate up banner. So for Visible Woman's banner, Human Torch is going to get a rate up as well for the 2-star. And my guess is that something similar is going to happen with Mr. Fantastic and Thing. Right. So increased drop rates for Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Hulk. Hulk will be the additional 2-star there. And then my guess is that it will be some other 2-star hero that gets thrown in with the Thing and Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic being the 3-star, Thing being the 2-star. Okay, but this I think is worth talking about here. Fantastic Four theme boss challenge, the Herald Strikes Back, is going to be available. And that I'm pretty sure is going to be talking about the Nightfall. So Nightfall should be rotating here. If we go to Nightfall, yep, Dragon Armor has 19 hours, 40 minutes left. So tomorrow it should rotate into something else. The Herald Strikes Back. To me, that means that our next Nightfall boss is going to be Silver Surfer, which is cool. And I like that. It's not Galactus, but Silver Surfer makes sense. I've seen some leaks that suggest that Silver Surfer's model is already in the game. So that makes a lot of sense to me that he would then be the next Nightfall boss. Let's go back to the update notes. That's exciting. I'll only put a little bit more context around that. From the dev blog, Road Ahead update, whatever you want to call it, they basically mentioned that there was going to be a new Nightfall boss with every theme. So I guess this is the new Nightfall boss for this theme. And then on July 31st is when they're going to start the next theme. And there will be presumably another new Nightfall boss that comes out within that 6-week theme period. So starting on July 1st, new theme, there'll be a new Nightfall boss in that 6 weeks following that. So this is the new Nightfall boss for this theme. Okay, I'm excited though. Silver Surfer, we're going to switch things up. We're going to get a new Nightfall boss. Big fan of that. New Battle Pass. My guess is that that's going to also come every month or every 6 weeks as well. And then this is interesting. I'm not sure if people really wanted this, but I'm not complaining about it. So basically, once you hit cap, instead of just increasing the cap of energy, instead what they've opted to do here is that basically you can put it in a reserve, and that gives you an additional 500 energy that you can put back into Orb of Power energy at any point for a 1-to-1 ratio. This might actually end up being a very useful feature if you end up needing to hoard for something. So let's say there's a new characters coming out like Fantastic Four, and you want to make sure that you have enough energy saved up to take them to level 70 or whatever level you are at that time. Then you should be able to just basically spend all of that energy right away to make sure that you have what you need to get that character up. That will become important, I guess, later on. Now that I'm thinking about it, that'll probably become more important later on when we don't have the time reversal event where you can kind of reset characters for free. Although we don't know if we'll be able to still reset characters. It'll just cost maybe some gold or something or some sort of resource. We don't know if that's the case. So maybe the time reversal event will be nice, but when it's over, it's still kind of fine. If it costs, 10k gold to reset a character, then who cares, right? Okay. Then there's basically a bunch of optimizations here and small fixes, improving artwork, localization, some display of stuff, chat, and all that sort of things. I think the big sort of updates were at the top, which is good to put it, and then some bug fixes here. And that's basically what I have for you. So let me tell you that I'm going to be making a video on whether it's worth it to pull on Emma Frost. Everybody's going to get the Human Torch for free. So I'm also going to do an additional video on whether he's worth upgrading to, whatever level you have. People have limited resources. Is he a character that's worth upgrading? But I also want to do a video on whether Invisible Woman is worth pulling on or not. So stay tuned for those videos. I also promise that a Khonshu guide is coming soon. The thing is just massive and it takes a lot of work. But that's it for me. Short video. Just want to add some additional context for the update notes. Are you excited for Fantastic Four? I'm pretty excited, but I'm a little skeptical about a few things, like where they're going to fit in the meta. Also, what, these events entail. If an event is just, I'm going to do additional banners, if that's like the version of event for a game, that might be a little bit disappointing for me. So, but I'm excited to have Fantastic Four in the game, and I'm especially excited to rotate through a new Nightfall boss. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.